Let's talk about book bans and SB593. There are more and more books being added to the banned book list. In addition, now we have another thing to deal with, which is SB593. This is a state bill in Oklahoma, and it may sound like, well, it's Oklahoma, I don't live there, it won't affect me. This is going to be probably a gateway bill. If it passes there, it will start spreading to other states. This is a foot in the door method to start censoring our books. If this bill goes through, it could affect the types of books that we are allowed to read. So this is important, and it is still in the judicial process, so we can still do something about it. I want you to share this post and get it spread as wide as possible so that we can get people on the phones, sending emails, because we can still make a difference. So I'm going to be reading directly from the bill. This is SB 593 in Oklahoma, Section 1024.2, Section 2, unlawful pornography that lacks serious literary, artistic, educational, political, or scientific purposes or value as defined in violation of Section 1024.1. Lists out all of the things that it can try you for if they catch you with said material. And that includes imprisonment of 10 to 30 years, a fine of $25,000. Then there's an additional section, 1040.8. No person shall knowingly photograph, act, and pose for, model for, print, sell, offer for sale, give away, exhibit, publish, offer to publish, or otherwise distribute, display, or exhibit any book, magazine, story, pamphlet, paper, writing, card, advertisement, circular, print, picture, photograph, motion picture, film, electronic video game or recording, image, cast, slide, figure, instrument, statue, drawing, presentation, or other articles which is obscene material, unlawful pornography, as detailed above from the other section. So you can see how this is a very wide catch-all of anything that they deem to be obscene. So this would be A Court of Thorns and Roses, Fourth Wing. Distributing these books within Oklahoma, if this bill passes, would then be illegal. So that means that the book distributors are going to have these not available within that state. Granted, you could still procure them in other ways, but if you are caught with them, it is punishable by law, and other states are looking at this, adopting something similar to this bill. Those states are South Dakota, North Carolina, Texas. There is a whole long list of other states that will adopt this bill should it pass in Oklahoma as is. What you can do about it. This is the Judiciary Committee that is reviewing this bill. This bill is still in process. Now, it was introduced on January 14th, 2025. The first reading of it was February 2nd, 2025. The second reading referred to Judiciary was February 4th, 2025. So this is just 2 days ago. They had another review of this bill. And so it is getting closer and closer to being approved. So this is what you can do. Contact the representatives here. This is the Judiciary Committee. This one here, Michael Brooks, might be the most amenable to listening. Here is his phone number. Or you can contact Mary Boren, also on the Judiciary Committee. Here is her phone number. Call these representatives and tell them your concerns about this bill, because the first part of it is important, but what they've tacked in on these very conservative values where they expect everyone else to cater to this belief and not read these kinds of books and then punish them by law if they were to read said books is very problematic. So overall, this is a very concerning bill and one that we need to fight back on, because this is censorship and it will spread and become worse. Like the book bans have already grown, this will further restrict the books that we have access to. And if you're interested in book bans, if you go to my profile on my Linktree, I have a link to a Google Doc showing all of the currently banned books, and that list is growing. It is now over 2,500 books, And so I encourage you to pick up these books while you can. Buy them in print, because if you put them on your Kindle, there's no guarantee that it will be there. So if you do get things on Kindle, download from your device onto your computer and save those books.